Hi guys, this is Manohar and welcome to Tutoralz. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the topic Rule of Alligation in the Alligation and Mixture. Okay, actually this is the third part of Alligation and Mixture tutorial. If you haven't watched the first and second part, I recommend you to please watch first and second part of the Alligation and Mixture, so that you can come to know what is the concept of Alligation and Mixture and also what are the methods we use to solve the problems. Okay, now in this video, let us discuss the Rule of Alligation method. Okay, first of all, we need to know what is the concept of Rule of Alligation and also why we use this method to solve the problems. Okay, now I will take one example and explain you why we use this Rule of Alligation method, so that we can come to know in what situations we need to use this formula or method. Okay, now I am considering one example. Okay, suppose I have one quantity of rice that costs 100 rupees per kg. Okay, and also I have another quantity of rice that costs 50 rupees per kg. Okay, now I need to mix these both quantities of rice such that I need to sell the resultant quantity for 75 rupees per kg. Okay, now the question is, in what ratio I need to mix these both quantities of rice such that the resultant quantity must be the value of 75 rupees per kg. Okay, now to solve this kind of problems we use the method called Rule of Alligation. Okay, now I will explain you the same Rule of Alligation method by solving the same example, so that you can come to know how to use this method. Okay, now I am considering the same example. Okay, now I have one quantity of rice that costs 50 rupees per kg. Okay, and also I have another quantity of rice that costs 100 rupees per kg. Okay, now I need to mix these both quantities of rice such that the resultant quantity must be the value of 75 rupees per kg. Okay, the question is, in what ratio I need to mix these both quantities of rice. Okay, now how to solve this? See here, the Rule of Alligation is, we need to find first of all what is the difference between higher value of rice and also mean price. Okay, what is the difference between higher value of price and also mean price. Okay, now the difference is 100 minus 75, that is 25. Okay, and also we will find what is the difference between lower quantity of rice and also mean price. Okay, now what is the difference? 75 minus 50, that is 25 rupees. Okay, now what is the ratio? 25 is to 25, that is 25 ones 25, that is 1 is to 1. Okay, so I need to mix these both quantities of rice in the ratio of 1 is to 1 such that the resultant quantity must be the value of 75 rupees kg. Okay, now I will explain you how to do this. See here, in Rule of Alligation always we need to write the cheaper quantity of material, that is in the left hand side. Okay, we need to write the cheaper quantity of material in the left hand side. Okay, and we need to write the higher quantity of material in the right hand side, that is 50 rupees per kg in the left hand side and 100 rupees per kg in the right hand side. Okay, now we need to write what is the resultant quantity, that value is mean price. Okay, now this is called mean price. Okay, we need to write this mean price in the middle. Okay, now we need to find the difference between mean price and higher quantity of rice. Okay, mean price and higher quantity of material, the difference is 25 rupees. So we will write the 25 in the left hand side. Okay, in the same way the difference between mean price and lower quantity, so we will write the difference in the right hand side. Okay, see here I will explain you once again. Always we need to write the cheaper quantity of material in the left hand side. Okay, and also we need to write higher quantity of material in the right hand side. Now we need to find out what is the difference between higher quantity and mean price. Okay, this is the mean price. We need to sell the resultant quantity of rice. Okay, this is the mean price. We need to sell the resultant quantity of rice. Okay, so we will write this resultant quantity of rice quality in the middle. This is called mean price. Okay, now I will subtract or I will find difference between higher quality of rice and mean price, that is 25. Now I will find the difference between mean price and also lower quantity. So the difference is 25. I will write higher difference in the left hand side and lower difference in the right hand side. So we will get the ratio is 25 is to 25, that is 1 is to 1. Okay, now I need to mix the lower quantity and higher quantity of rice in the ratio of 1 is to 1, so that the resultant quantity will become 75 rupees per kg. Okay, in this way we solve the problems based on these methods. Okay, so the method we called is Rule of Alligation method. Okay, now actually this is one type of concept they will ask you in the questions, and also they will extend the same scenario and ask you in the other way. Okay, now I will explain you what is that other way of asking questions. See here, the resultant quantity of rice is value of 75 rupees per kg. Okay, now assume that there is no 75 rupees per kg here, mean price. Okay, now they are saying like there is 50 rupees per kg and also there is 100 rupees per kg. Now they are mixing both these quantities and they are selling the resultant quantity for 75 rupees per kg. Okay, now after selling this 75 rupees per kg, they are earning a profit of 25%. Okay, I am considering the same example, but I am removing the mean price. Okay, I am removing the mean price. Okay, now they are asking the question like they will mix the both quantities of rice and they will sell the resultant quantity for 75 rupees per kg. Okay, now after selling for 75 rupees per kg, they will earn a profit of 25%. Okay, now see here, 75 rupees per kg is nothing but after selling for 25% of profit. Okay, but not before selling. See here, the small logic is this 75 rupees per kg is nothing but after selling for 25% of profit. Okay, but not before selling the 25% of profit. That is, this is not the actual price. That is, this is not the actual mean price. Okay, now if you have watched the profit and loss tutorial, you might have understood this easily. See here, even though if you haven't watched, I will explain you the same scenario. See this, suppose consider I have a product of 100 rupees. Okay, suppose I have a item of value 100 rupees. Now I am selling the same product for 125 rupees and making a profit of 25%. Okay, I am selling the same item for 125 rupees, so that I will make a profit of 25%. Okay, now this 125 rupees is nothing but after making of 25% profit. Okay, but before making 25%, the actual price is 100 rupees. Okay, now in this scenario also, this 75 rupees per kg is nothing but after making 25% profit. Okay, but not the actual price. Okay, now what is the actual price? This is, see here, 75 rupees per kg is nothing but after making 25% profit. That is 100 plus, suppose assume that the initial quantity is 100%. Okay, suppose assume that the initial quantity price is 100%. Now this 75 rupees per kg is nothing but after making 25% of profit. Okay, now what is the initial value? So this after making 25% profit, so initial value is 100%. Now what is this value? That is 100 plus 25, that is 125%. Okay, see here, 75 rupees per kg is after making 25% of profit, but we don't know what is actual price of resultant quantity. Okay, so I am assuming the actual price of resultant quantity as 100%. Okay, now this is after making 25% profit, that is 100 plus 25, that is 125% of profit. Okay, now we need to know what is the actual price, that is 100%. So if I cross multiply this, I will get 100 into 75 by 125. So we will get 25 fours, 25 fives and 5 ones, 5 ones 5 and 5 fives 25, 15 fours. 60 rupees is the actual mean price of the resultant product. Okay, actually in the before example and this example the concept is same, but in this example they are extending a question a little bit. Okay, but they are asking the resultant quantity is selling for 75 rupees per kg. Now after selling for 75 rupees per kg, they are earning a profit of 25%. So this 75 rupees per kg is after selling 25% of profit. Okay, now we don't know what is the actual price of resultant quantity. So I am assuming the resultant quantity as 100%. Okay, now 75 rupees is nothing but after selling for 25% profit. So this 25% is nothing but 125%. Okay, because the initial quantity is 100% and after selling for 25% it will become plus 25, that is 125%. Okay, so 75 rupees is nothing but 125%. Okay, now what is the value of 100%? So 100 into 75 by 125, so 60 rupees. So the resultant quantity of rice is 60 rupees per kg value. So what we will get, the ratio here, see here. Now we have find out what is the mean value. Okay, now after finding mean value, what is the ratio here? See, 100 minus 60, that is 40, and 60 minus 50, that is 10. Okay, so the ratio is 40:10, that is 4:1. So I need to mix the both quantities in 4:1. Okay, I hope you are understanding. See this, the concept is same, but they are extending the question a little bit. That is, they are giving the profit percentage. Okay, now I will explain you the same concept in very detailed way, because this concept is very important, and also they will give these kind of problems very frequently in the exams. Okay, that's the reason, try to understand it very clearly. See here, they have given two quantities of rice. Okay, now they are mixing these two quantities of rice such that they are selling the resultant quantity for 75 rupees per kg. Okay, and making a profit of 25%. Okay, now this 75 rupees per kg is nothing but after selling 25% profit. Okay, after selling for 25% profit, but not the actual mean price. Okay, if we assume the actual mean price as 100%, okay, if we assume the actual mean price as 100%, now this 75 rupees per kg is nothing but 25% more profit, right? Then this 75 rupees per kg becomes 125%, because the actual mean price value is 100%. Now they are selling for 25% more profit. So 100 plus 25, totally 125%. Okay, so this 75 rupees per kg is nothing but 125%. Now we need to find out what is the mean price, that is 100%. So if I cross multiply this, I will get 100 into 75 by 125, so 60 rupees. Now the actual value of mean price of the quantity is 60 rupees per kg. Okay, whenever it is given in the form of percentages, you need to calculate what is the actual mean price. Okay, the process is here. Okay, in this way we calculate what is the actual mean price of the quantity. Okay, now after finding the actual mean price, we will come to know what is the ratio we need to mix these two quantities. Okay, the concept is same in the before example and this example. Here they are giving a profit percentage. Profit percentage is nothing but after selling the quantity. So whatever the price they have given, that is equal to the profit percentage or loss percentage. Okay, now we will find out what is the 100%, that is actual mean price. So actual mean price is 60 rupees per kg. Okay, actually this is the two kinds of problems they will give in the rule of alligation method. Okay, now in the previous examples, the total quantity is given in the form of kgs, liters and something like that. Okay, now what if they give the total quantity in the form of ratios? Okay, now let's see how to solve when it is given in the form of ratios. Okay, now let's consider an example. Suppose there is a vessel here. Okay, in this vessel the milk is to water quantity is in the 2:3. Okay, now suppose consider another vessel here. Okay, now in this vessel the ratio of milk and water is 3:2. Okay, now they are asking us in what ratio these two quantities are mixed together such that the resultant quantity in the ratio of 1:1. Okay, now see here, in what ratio these two quantities are need to be mixed together such that the resultant quantity must be in the ratio of 1:1. Okay, now how to solve this? This here they have given in the form of ratios. Okay, now whenever it is given in the form of ratios, consider only one quantity in the all ratios. Okay, either you consider only milk in all the quantities or only water in all the quantities. Okay, now let's see how to solve this. See here, in the first vessel the milk is in the form of 2:3, right? Milk is to water is 2:3. So out of 5 parts, milk ratio is only 2 parts. Okay, in the first vessel, out of 5 parts, the milk ratio is only 2 parts. Okay, in the same way, the second vessel, the milk ratio is out of 5 parts, 3 parts. Okay, out of 5 parts, milk ratio is 3 parts. Okay, now in the mean price, that is resultant quantity, the quantity of milk is only 1 part out of 2 parts. Okay, out of 2 parts, the quantity of milk is only 1 part. Okay, now if we solve this using this rule of alligation, we will find out what is the ratio to be mixed. Okay, now see here, 3/5 minus 1/2 and 1/2 minus 2/5. So I will get what is the LCM of 5 and 2, that is 10. Okay, so 5 to 10 and 6 minus 2 5 is 10. 5 is to the LCM is 10. Okay, so 2 5 is 10 minus 5 to that is 4. So 1/10 is to 1/10. So the ratio is 1:1. Okay, so these two quantities need to be mixed in the ratio 1:1 such that the resultant value must be in the ratio of 1:1. Okay, so whenever it is given in the form of ratios, consider only one quantity in all the 3 ratios. Okay, either you consider only milk or either you consider only water. Okay, the resultant answer will be same. Now even if you consider the water ratio, you will get the same answer. See here, I am considering water ratio. See here, out of 5 parts, water ratio is only 3 parts. Okay, in the same way, out of 5 parts, in the second vessel, water ratio is only 2 parts. In the resultant quantity, out of 2 ratios, water is only 1 part. So, I will get 2 by 5 minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 minus 3 by 5. So, I will get the LCM is 10 here and 5 to 10 and 4 minus 2 5 is 10, that is 5 and is to 5 to 10 and 2 5 is 10 minus 5 to 10 and 3 to 6. Okay. So I will get minus 1 by 10 and is to minus 1 by 10. So minus minus will be cancelled, 10 10 will be cancelled. The resultant ratio is 1:1. Okay. The ratio will be same either you consider milk ratio or either you consider water ratio. Okay. The process is same and also the method also same for both the quantities. Okay. So whenever it is given in the form of ratios, consider only one quantity in all these 3 ratios. Okay. You will get the same answer. Okay. Now let's solve some basic level problems in this rule of alligation method so that you can understand how to use all the concepts in solving the problems. Okay. Now let's solve the first question. They are saying that in what ratio oil at 62 rupees per kg to be mixed with oil at 72 rupees per kg so that the mixture must be worth of 64.5 rupees per kg. So we need to find out what is the ratio these two quantities need to be mixed. Okay. Now they are saying that 62 rupees per kg. Okay, I have already told you always the cheaper quantity must be on the left hand side. Okay, so 62 rupees per kg and also another one is 72 rupees per kg. Now this need to be mixed in such a way that the resultant quantity must be 64.5 rupees per kg. Okay, so I am writing the mean value in the middle and also cheaper value in the left hand side and higher value at the right hand side. So I will get, if I find the differences, I will get 72 minus 64.5, that is 7.5. 7.5 and also 64.5 minus 62, that is 2.5. So I will get 2.5 once, sorry, the ratio is 7.5 is to 2.5. Even if you directly cancel here, you will get the same ratio, 2.5 ones, 2.5 threes. So the ratio must be in the 3:1. So these two quantities need to be mixed in the ratio 3:1. Okay. Now let's solve the second question. They are saying that in what proportion must be sugar of 17 rupees per kg mixed with sugar of 29 rupees per kg to make mixture of 20 rupees per kg. Okay. Now they are saying that sugar of 17 rupees per kg mixed with 29 rupees per kg. Okay. To get a resultant mixture for 20 rupees per kg. So I am writing this cheaper value in the left hand side and higher at right hand side and mean value in the middle. So I will get 29 minus 20, that is 9, 20 minus 7, that is 20 minus 17, that is 3. So the ratio is 9:3 and 3 ones, 3 threes. So the resultant ratio is 3:1. Okay. Now let's see the third problem. They are saying that milk and water are mixed in vessel A in the ratio of 5:2. And in vessel B in the ratio of 8:5. Now in what ratio should these quantities taken from two vessels so as to form a mixture in which milk and water ratio will be 9:4. So we need to find out what is the ratio in which two quantities are mixed. Okay. Now they are saying that the initial ratio is 5:2 and in another vessel the ratio is 8:5. So we need to find out what is the ratio in which two quantities are mixed such that the resultant ratio is 9:4. I have already told you, whenever the question is given in the form of ratios, either consider only milk ratio or either consider only water ratio. Okay, now I am considering milk ratio here, milk and water and milk and water, milk and water. So I am considering milk ratio in all the 3 ratios. Okay, now out of 5 plus 2, out of 7 parts, milk ratio is 5 parts. Okay, now out of 8 plus 5, that is 13 parts, milk ratio is 8 parts. Now 9 plus 4, that is out of 13 parts, milk ratio is 9 parts. So I will get 8 by 13 minus 9 by 13. So and also 9 by 13 minus 5 by 7. So I will get the LCM is 13 here and also 8 minus 9, that is minus 1. Okay, in the same way the ratio is 13 and 7, that is 13 7s 98 will be LCM, 37's 91 will be LCM. 91 will be LCM and 13 7s 91, so 9 7 63 minus 7 13s, 7 13s and 35 65. So we will get minus 1 by 13 is to 63 minus 65, that is minus 2 by 91. Okay, so if I cancel this, I will get 13 1s, 13 7s 91 and minus 7 is to minus 2. So the ratio will be, if I cancel minus and minus, the ratio will be 7:2. So these two quantities are mixed in the form of 7:2. So the resultant ratio must be in the 9:4. Okay. Now let's see the fourth problem. See here, the cost of type 1 rice is 15 rupees per kg and type 2 rice is 20 rupees per kg. If both type 1 and type 2 are mixed in the ratio of 2:3, then the price per kg of the mixed variety of rice is. So we need to find out what is the price of resultant quantity. Okay, here they have already given what is the ratio in which both quantities are to be mixed. Okay, see here, the 15 rupees price rice, that is, and also another is 20 rupees price rice. Okay, so they need to be mixed in the ratio of 2:3. Now what is the price of resultant quantity? So here they have already given in what ratio they are mixed. Okay, now we need to find out what is the resultant quantity, that is mean price. Okay, so here 15 rupees rice is mixed in the form of 2 parts and 20 rupees rice mixed in the form of 3 parts. Okay, here 15 rupees price is mixed in the form of 2 parts. Okay, 2 parts of 15 rupees rice, and 20 rupees rice is mixed in 3 parts. Okay, see here, now what is the price of result quantity? Okay, see here, 15 rupees rice is mixed in 2 parts. Okay, plus 20 rupees rice is mixed in 3 parts. Okay, now we will get 15 to 30 plus 23 60. So 90 rupees for 5 kgs. Okay, see here, 15 rupees rice is mixed in 2 kgs. Here 2 parts. Okay, totally 2 kgs. And 20 rupees rice is mixed in 3 parts, that is 3 kgs, right? So there are totally 2 plus 3, that is 5 kgs. So the total price is 90 rupees for 5 kgs. So what is the price of per kg? Okay, 90 rupees for 5 kg. Okay, now what is the price of for 1 kg? That is 90 by 5. 5 ones, 5 18s. So 18 rupees per kg. Okay, see here, they have already given what is the ratio. These two needs to be mixed. Okay, so we need to find out what is the mean value, that is resultant price. Okay, now 15 rupees rice is mixed in 2 parts, that is 2 kg. Okay, suppose consider that 1 part equal to 1 kg. Okay, now 15 rupees rice is mixed in 2 kgs and 20 rupees rice is mixed in 3 kgs. So there are totally 2 plus 3, that is 5 kgs. Okay, now what is the resultant price? That is 90 rupees for 5 kg. There are 5 kgs here. Okay, 2 plus 3, 5 kgs. So for 1 kg it is 18 rupees. Okay, always remember that whenever you come across this kind of problems, the resultant price must be for 1 kg. Okay, here the resultant price is for 5 kgs. Okay, so we need to find out the resultant price for 1 kg. Okay, always there will be some parts in the resultant price. Okay, don't forget that. Now let's look at our fifth problem. They are saying that a shopkeeper purchased 2 types of wheat costing 220 per kg and 300 per kg. In what ratio should he mix the wheat so that he could sell the mixture at the rate of 360 per kg in order to earn a profit of 25%? So we need to find out what is the ratio that 2 wheats need to be mixed. Okay, now they are saying that one type of wheat, that is 220 per kg, and another type of wheat, that is 300 per kg. So he is mixing the wheat so that he is selling the resultant wheat for 360 rupees per kg and earning a profit of 25%. Okay, I have already told you this type of problems. See here, 360 rupees is after selling for 25% of profit. Okay, so we don't know what is the actual mean price, that is 100% of this value. Okay, this is the price after selling for 25% of profit. Okay, that is 125, right? So we don't know what is the actual mean price, that is 100% of value. Okay, so 360 rupees is after selling 25% profit, that is 125. Okay, now we need to find what is the actual mean price, that is 100%. So 100% will be 100 into 360 by 125. So if I cancel this, I will get 25 fours 100 and 25 fives 125. So 5 ones and 5 sevens 35, and there will be 1 here and 5 twos. So 74 280 and 2 fours 8, that is 288 is the mean price. Okay, now 288 is the mean price. So these two weights needs to be mixed such that the resultant quantity must be the value of 288. So what is the ratio? That is 300 minus 288, that is 12, and 288 minus 220, that is 68. So we will get 12 is to 68, that is, if I cancel this and 4 3 is 12, 4 1s 4, there will be 2 here, 28, that is 7. So we will get ratio of 3 is to 17. Okay, so these two weights need to be mixed in the form of 3 is to 17. Okay, whenever it is come in the form of percentages or profits, so remember that this is the price after selling for 25% of profit. Okay, but this is not actually mean price. Okay, so we need to find out what is the 100% of mean price, that is actual mean price. Okay, now after finding that, we can find out what is the actual ratio. Okay, now let's see the sixth problem. They are saying that I have 100 books of English. I sold some of these at a profit of 12% and rest at 8% loss. On the whole, I got a profit of 11%. How many books were sold at 12% profit by me? So we need to find out what is the total number of books that sold at 12% profit. Okay, to find out that, first of all I need to know what is the ratio. Okay, see here, I sold some of books at 12% profit. Okay, since it is profit, it is increasing the money by 12%, right? So I am giving positive sign to this 12%. And also, some of the books at 8% loss. Okay, 8% loss in the sense it is decreasing the money by 8%. So I am giving negative sign to this 8%. And also, on the whole, he got a profit of 11% profit. So 11% profit in the sense it is increasing all the money by 11%. So I am giving positive sign to this 11% profit. Okay, see here, whenever you come across these profits and losses in the rule of alligation, always remember that give positive sign to the profit and a negative sign to the loss. Okay, because profit in the sense it is increasing the money. Okay, loss in the sense it is decreasing the money. Okay, that's the reason give positive sign to the profit and also negative sign to the loss. Okay, now see here, if I follow rule of alligation, I will get what is the ratio. See here, minus 8 minus 11. See here, minus 8 minus of plus of 11. Okay, I am removing 11% profit from 8% loss. So I will get minus 8 minus 11. Okay, and also 12% minus 11%, that is 12 minus 11, that is 1%. Okay, see here, observe this carefully. I am removing 11%, that is mean price, from higher price. Okay, suppose assume that this is the higher price. So minus 8 minus 11%. So we will get minus 8 minus 11. So here 12 minus 11. So 12 minus 11 is 1%. Okay, now I will get minus 8 minus 11, that is minus 19 and is to 1. So 12% profit books is in the ratio of 19 parts and 8% loss ratio, that is 8% loss books in the ratio of 1 part. Okay, so there are totally 19 and 1. There are totally 20 parts. Okay, there are totally 20 parts. Out of 20 parts, the total 12% books in the ratio of 19 parts and 8% loss in the ratio of 1 part. Okay, ignore this negative sign because negative sign is due to we have included loss here. Okay, negative sign is due to we have included loss here. So that's the reason we are getting negative sign to this 19. Okay, so there are totally 19 1 and there are totally 20 parts in this 100 books. Okay, in the 100 books there are totally 20 parts. So out of 20 parts, the 12% profit books is 19 parts. So out of 20 parts, the total 12% profit books is 19 parts into 100. So I will get 21s, 25s, 19 5s, 95 books. Okay, so there are totally out of 100 books, 95 books are sold at 12% profit. Okay, see this, I will explain you once again. See, whenever you come across profit or loss in the rule of alligation, always give positive sign to the profit and negative sign to the loss. Okay, now after this, first of all we need to find out what is the ratio of 12% and 8%. then we can find out what is the total number of books that sold at 12% and 8%. Okay, so here 95 books are sold at 12% of profit. Now let's see the 7th problem. They are saying that a dishonest milkman sells his milk at cost price, but he mixes it with water, thereby gains 25%. What is the percentage of water in the mixture? So we need to find out what is the total content of water in the mixture. Okay, see here, this is a very interesting question. Suppose assume that cost price of milk as 100 rupees. Okay, suppose assume that cost price of milk as 100 rupees. Now milkman is mixing some liters of water to this quantity. So suppose assume that the water price is 0 rupees, because water is already freely available to the milkman, right? So I am considering the water price is 0 rupees. Okay, now what milkman is doing? He is selling the milk for the same cost price, that is 100 rupees only, but getting a total profit of 25%. See here, milkman is selling the milk for same cost price, that is 100 rupees only, but even though he is selling for 100 rupees, he is getting a profit of 25%. Okay, now I have already told you, whenever it is given in the form of 25%, 50% and something like that, this 25% is nothing but after selling for 100 rupees. Okay, now after selling for 100 rupees, he is getting 25% profit. So this 100 rupees will be equal to 125%. Okay, now what is the value of 100%? So we will get 100 into 100 by 125. So we will get 25 5s, 25 4s 100, 5 1s, 5 20s. 80 rupees is the actual mean price of this mixture. Okay, see here, try to understand this. Here suppose assume that cost price of the milk as 100 rupees. Okay, now I am assuming the water value as 0 rupees, because water is already freely available to the milkman. So he is mixing this water to the milk and selling the milk for the same cost price. Okay, that is 100 rupees only, but even though he is selling for same 100 rupees, he is getting a profit of 25%. Okay, now what is the value of this 100 rupees? That is 125% of the mean price. Now what is the 100%? That is 80 rupees. So we have find out what is the value of mean price. We have already know what is the price of milk and also what is the price of water. So we will get what is the percent and also what is the ratio. See here, the milk price is 100 rupees and the water price is 0. Okay, now what is the mean price? That is 80. So if I find the difference, I will get 100 minus 80, that is 20, and 80 minus 0, 80. So I will get 21s, 24s, 4:1. So this is the total ratio of milk and water in the new mixture after adding some water. Okay, after adding some water, the ratio is 4:1 out of 100 liters. See here, 100%. Okay, suppose assume that the total quantity is 100% of mixture. Okay, out of 100% of mixture, we have the ratio of 4:1. Okay, so 4 parts is milk and 1 part is water. Okay, so out of 5 parts, 1 part is water. So 1 by 5 into 100. So we will get 5 1s, 5 20s. So out of 100%, 20% is the total value of water. Okay, see here, try to understand this type of questions, because this type of questions will be little tricky, but there is no difficulty in solving the problems. But the only thing is you need to understand what is the exact concept. See here, suppose assume that cost price as 100 rupees. Okay, I will explain you once again so that you can understand very detail. Okay, see here, suppose assume that cost price as 100 rupees. So here milkman is selling the milk for same cost price, that is 100 rupees only, but even though he is selling for 100 rupees, he is getting 25% profit. Okay, so this 100 rupees will be 125%, and what is the value of 100%? That is 80 rupees. Okay, this 80% is the actual mean price of the total mixture. Okay, this 80 rupees is the actual mean price of the total mixture. Okay, now we have known the price of milk, the price of water and actual mean price. So we can get what is the total ratio of milk and water in the total mixture, that is 4:1. Okay, so there are totally 5 parts in the total mixture. What is the value of water? That is out of 5 parts, only 1 part. Okay, out of 100%, only 1 part is that is water. So 1 by 5 into 100, that is 20%. So out of total mixture, 20% is the total water contains. Okay, and that's it for this video. Actually, in this rule of alligation method, there are 3 most important things to follow. Okay, the first most important thing is, whenever you are following rule of alligation method, the cheaper quantity needs to be always left hand side. Okay, higher quantity needs to be right hand side, and the mean quantity needs to be in the middle of them. Okay, the second most important thing is whenever it is given in the form of percentages, that is 25% profit, 30% profit, 50% profit, something like that, the profit percentage will be always after selling the quantity. Okay, so after selling the quantity, the profit is equal to 25% or 50%. Okay, so the price will be always equal to 125%, 150%, something like that. So first of all, you need to find out what is the mean price, and then you can find out what is the ratio. Okay, and when it is given in the form of ratios, the most important thing is you can take any one of the ratios in all these three quantities and find out what is the actual answer. Okay, you can find out actual answer by taking any one of the three ratios. Okay, even though if you take either first one or second one, you can find out what is the actual answer. Okay, and try to solve more and more problems. You can come to know how to solve this kind of problems very faster and also quicker way. Okay, and for more tutorials like this, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.